Karen, can you show us how to configure attendance in the staff portal?
Yes, let's take a look. When you log into the staff portal, you choose the Manage menu, Configure Attendance. In this Tech Byte, we'll take a look at the Setup tab. The other two tabs are covered in separate Tech Bytes. So first we choose the school and then the school year, where we're going to configure the attendance.
I can see there are two options for the effective date for attendance withdrawals. What's the difference between these two options?
Well, the first is the default, the first date of non-membership. If you choose this option, then when you assign a withdrawal date to a student, the effective withdrawal date is the first day in the calendar when the student is not included in attendance. So you won't be able to assign attendance on that withdrawal date, and the date won't count toward membership for the student.
Is this withdrawal date related to the student's attendance record?
Yes, it is. And if a school chooses the second option, the last date of enrollment, the withdrawal date is the last day the student is a member of attendance. And on that date, the student can be assigned an attendance code such as present or any other code.
Can you give a reason as to why a school might choose one option over the other?
Sure. The school can choose based on how they need to record and report attendance percentages for students. So sometimes the choice is related to enrollment in programs like general education or special education, but most importantly, how enrollment needs to be reported to the State Department of Education.
I see the next set of choices relates to class attendance.
That's right. The first option is used when a class meets for multiple periods and an attendance code is recorded once for all occurrences of that class. The second option, record attendance once for each class period, allows a code to be assigned for each period that class meets.
Why would a school choose one option over the other?
Well, if the school wants teachers to have the ability to assign a different attendance code based on each time the class meets, they would choose the second option, like in a middle school or high school where students rotate classes and a student may be recorded as present in the morning and dismissed at a later point in the school day.
If a school isn't using class attendance, do they need to fill out anything here?
They don't. These options only relate to schools that are taking attendance by class.
All right, say a teacher enters an incorrect attendance for a student. Do they have the opportunity to make changes to that attendance code from a prior date?
Well, that's what the next option addresses. Teachers can enter or change attendance for school calendar dates prior to the current date according to the number indicated here. And by default, teachers are only allowed to enter attendance for the current day through the teacher portal. However, you can choose to enable teachers to change attendance records for a specified number of school days prior to the current date, such as 3 in the example we're looking at.
What if a school takes attendance only once daily?
Well, the school has the option to configure attendance on a daily or class basis, which relates to the next option we see for choosing to enter daily attendance either by homeroom or by a specific class period.
What's the difference between daily and class attendance?
Well, some schools take attendance by homeroom only, which in MMS is called daily attendance.
Can a school use both daily and class attendance?
Yes, they can. And if a school uses both, you can choose to automatically assign a daily attendance code based on the period you select. That's intended to be a shortcut for attendance entry.
Why would a school use both?
Often a daily attendance code is assigned once per day if a student is absent, tardy, dismissed, for example, on a particular school day. In addition to that, some schools like the added flexibility in MMS to record attendance by class for each period in the school day.
Is this attendance related to the teacher portal?
It is. So if your teachers take attendance by homeroom once daily, you can choose the homeroom option. If your school takes attendance in a specific class period, you can choose which period from the drop-down options. And when you choose specify class period, you'll receive an additional option related to recording both daily and class attendance, like we see here.
What are the options for save setting records on the right-hand side of this page?
Those are related to predefined reports that an MMS administrator can set up in the staff portal. The MMS administrator can set up saved reports such as the daily attendance bulletin for staff users in MMS, the teacher's status report for staff users, the daily attendance bulletin for teachers, the attendance student record listing for teachers, the class attendance student record listing for teachers, and a bulletin for One Call Now if the school uses One Call Now with MMS.
So the teachers can view those saved reports in their portal?
Yes, whatever saved reports the MMS administrator sets up will be available as options here, and then whoever is configuring attendance can choose the saved report they want teachers and staff to be able to view.
So how does the school create those saved reports?
That's covered in another Tech Byte.
Well, thanks a lot for the information, Karen. Very helpful.
You're welcome.